So this one's a little bit soapy. This is another short story from Mud Lick Road. These stories didn't occur on Mud Lick Road. I'm way too old for that. But anyway, so this is a story about growing up in Forest Hills in Pike County. It used to be called Road Fork until a high school teacher or a school teacher came through and said, no, let's call this place Forest Hills. Maybe it'll bring in a big crowd of people and they can increase the real estate prices. And it did. But anyway, the story is this one's a little bit soapy, though. Okay, so I'm going to be quick about this. I don't know how old I was. I was in my early teens, mid-teens, something like that. I'm riding the school bus from Belfry High School up Forest Hills Road, winding your way through there. And I start seeing, as I get closer and closer to my little holler that I lived on Beach Fork or Beach Road. I don't know which one it is, but it was Beach something up Forest Hills. And I grew up there. But as we got closer and closer to where the bus was going to let us off, well, lo and behold, I started seeing soap bubbles all over the place. I mean, this creek was soapy and just foamy, soapy. And it got bigger and whiter and more voluminous as we got closer to our little road. And it's a half a mile up in that holler to where we lived. But we walked up through there. But here's the thing, though. I got off that school bus, and the first thing I see is this massive mountain of soap coming out of that holler, out of Beach Holler. And what was going on? Well, my dad had a steam cleaning business and had a 55-gallon drum of industrial strength soap that somehow got tipped over in a big heavy rain, and it washed down that creek. And by the time it got to the mouth of that little holler, Beach Holler, where we got off the school bus, it was this massive mound of soap bubbles all the way up through that road. And all my brothers and sisters, they got off of it going, yay! They ran through that thing and making tunnels and everything. It embarrassed the crap out of me. It sure did. I did not know them. They were not my family that day. Nope. And for several days after that, I never identified myself as being associated with that bunch of heathens.